In a world where intelligence alone is no longer enough, there exists a deeper kind of awareness. The kind that sees beyond appearances, reads beneath the surface, and understands the hidden motives driving human behavior. Machiavelli, one of history's most misunderstood thinkers, believed that true power begins in the mind, not in physical strength or loud authority. He saw intelligence as a weapon, a shield and a compass, capable of guiding a person through chaos, betrayal, and opportunity. These 8 laws are not designed to turn you into someone cold or ruthless, but someone clear-eyed, emotionally disciplined, and strategically aware. Someone who can protect themselves, navigate complexity, and rise above the traps that bring others to ruin. As you enter this journey, remember, dangerous intelligence is not about harming others. It is about becoming immune to harm, becoming the calm center in a world of storms, and understanding the forces that shape every decision. Let's begin. Law 1. Understand human nature before you understand power. To begin any journey into Machiavelli's philosophy, you must first confront the foundation of what he believed shaped every action, every triumph, and every downfall, the intricacies of human nature. Machiavelli saw humanity not through a lens of naive optimism or cold cynicism, but through a sober understanding of what people truly are. He argued that men are moved by fear, hope, ambition, insecurity, envy, pride, and desire, a complex mixture of contradictions that shape their decisions far more than reason or morality ever will. When you start to see people as they truly are, rather than what you wish them to be, you gain a powerful advantage. You no longer react blindly to emotional storms. You no longer project your own values onto others. You begin to anticipate their motives, predict their responses, and forecast their intentions. This clarity allows you to avoid betrayal before it surfaces, navigate social dynamics with precision, and understand why alliances form and dissolve. To be dangerously intelligent, Machiavelli believed, is to see the invisible architecture beneath human behavior, the hidden impulses that govern every conversation, every negotiation, and every decision. Only then can you master influence and avoid being manipulated by forces you don't understand. Machiavelli insisted that if you want to read human nature correctly, you must ignore the facade of language and focus instead on measurable action. Words, he believed, are the currency of deception, the polite mask people wear to hide their intentions. But actions, even the smallest ones, reveal preference, loyalty, and strategy. If someone praises you but consistently acts in ways that undermine your progress, the truth lies in their behavior, not their compliments. If another person claims loyalty but hesitates when you need them, their hesitation is the real story. This principle may sound simple, but most people fail to master it because they are conditioned to believe in the stories others tell. To be dangerously intelligent, you must break free from this conditioning. You become an observer of patterns, the way someone responds when threatened, how their tone changes when resources are at stake, the subtle shift in attitude when they believe you have nothing to offer. Machiavelli taught that action is the purest form of character. So train your mind to see through charm, through flattery, through rehearsed words, and into the deeper truth of behavior. This clarity gives you foresight, a strategic advantage that separates the naive from the wise. Law 2. Control your emotions, or they will control you. To Machiavelli, the most dangerous person in any society is not the one who has the most power, but the one who can remain composed when pressure rises and chaos erupts. People who react emotionally become predictable. Those who maintain control become unreadable, and unreadability is a form of power. Machiavelli believed that a leader must cultivate a disciplined mind, one capable of making calculated decisions even when fear or anger threatens to cloud judgment. When others lose themselves to impulsive reactions, you stay grounded in strategy. This does not mean suppressing emotion. It means mastering it. You understand your fear, but you do not kneel to it. You acknowledge anger, but you do not let it dictate your actions. To be dangerously intelligent is to remain unmoved by emotional storms that drown others. You become like a stone in turbulent water, solid, unshaken, and clear in your purpose. Emotional discipline allows you to choose timing carefully, to speak when words matter, and to remain silent when silence strengthens you. In this stillness, your mind becomes sharper than those around you, and you start to see paths that others overlook. Machiavelli warned that emotional transparency grants others the ability to manipulate and dominate you. When people can read your fears, your desires, your insecurities, they can pull strings without you noticing. But when you remain neutral, when your emotions are not painted across your face, you become unpredictable. Unpredictability, Machiavelli said, is a weapon. It keeps rivals cautious and allies respectful. Emotional neutrality does not mean you lack passion or humanity. It simply means you choose when and where to express your true internal states. This selective expression allows you to influence situations without exposing your vulnerabilities. Imagine stepping into a room where everyone is reacting impulsively. Voices raised, accusations thrown, tensions high. When you remain still, calm, and deliberate, you gain authority without demanding it. Others instinctively look to you for clarity, for direction, for stability. Your power grows organically without forcing it. Emotional neutrality, therefore, becomes the backbone of strategic intelligence. It protects your mind from manipulation and gives you a psychological advantage that few people ever master. Law 3. Appear virtuous, but think strategically. One of Machiavelli's most controversial and often misunderstood teachings is the idea that a wise person should present themselves as virtuous, honest, loyal, compassionate, even if their internal strategy is more complex. He did not promote hypocrisy, he promoted psychological awareness. People are more willing to trust and follow someone who appears morally grounded. Virtue creates loyalty, or at least the illusion of loyalty, which can be strategically valuable. But behind that public image, you must maintain independence of thought. You do not surrender your judgment to the expectations of others. You think beyond appearances. Machiavelli believed that many of history's greatest leaders understood this balance, combining moral appearance with strategic calculation. They inspired confidence without allowing sentiment to cloud their decisions. This duality is not manipulation for its own sake, it is self-protection. By displaying virtue, you reduce hostility and suspicion. But by thinking strategically, you avoid becoming the victim of your own naivety. It is a dance between perception and intention, a mastery of both the outer mask and the inner mind. In Machiavelli's world, and in ours, perception often becomes reality. People are guided by stories, symbols, and impressions, not necessarily by logic or nuance. To be dangerously intelligent, you must understand that influence depends not only on what you do, but on how people interpret what you do. This is why Machiavelli encouraged leaders to craft a consistent image, one that communicates strength, reliability, and purpose. When people believe in your steadiness, they follow you with confidence. When you appear uncertain, they turn against you even if your intentions are pure. In life, perception governs opportunity. So the wise person takes control of their narrative. You understand how you are seen, and you consciously shape that perception. You do not lie, you curate. You do not deceive, you manage impressions. The world is a stage, and everyone is performing, whether they admit it or not. The difference is that the Machiavellian mind performs consciously, intentionally, and with clarity. And in doing so, you gain the power to influence the direction of your own destiny. Law 4. Calculate risks before acting. A hallmark of Machiavellian intelligence is the ability to act boldly, but not recklessly. Machiavelli believed that fortune favors the bold but destroys the foolish. To be wise is to strike a balance between courage and calculation. Before making any decision, you assess the terrain, the potential gains, the possible losses, the hidden variables others overlook. You do not act out of haste or impulse. You act when timing aligns with opportunity. This strategic patience separates the amateur from the master. The amateur rushes forward, blinded by ambition or fear. The master waits, observes, plans, and then moves decisively when success is most likely. Machiavelli taught that intelligent boldness requires understanding consequences, examining not only the immediate effect of an action, but its long-term ripple. Those who see only the present stumble, those who see the future thrive. When you calculate risks, you learn to avoid unnecessary battles, conserve your energy, and invest your power in decisions that truly matter. Machiavelli believed that life is a battlefield of uncertain variables. Not everything can be controlled, but much can be anticipated. The wise strategist distinguishes between what they can influence and what they must adapt to. When you focus your energy on controllable factors, preparation, knowledge, alliances, timing, you reduce the chaos of uncertainty. At the same time, you remain flexible enough to shift direction when external forces change. This balance of preparation and adaptability makes you dangerous in the best way, unstoppable by circumstance. If the environment shifts, you shift with it. If unexpected resistance appears, you adjust your approach without losing your goal. This dynamic intelligence is what Machiavelli admired. He believed that the person who can change direction without losing purpose will always rise above those trapped by rigidity or fear. Adaptation becomes a weapon, a silent power that turns unpredictability into opportunity. Law 5. Know when to be silent and when to strike. Silence, Machiavelli believed, is one of the most powerful weapons a strategic mind possesses. In a world overflowing with noise, those who speak less gain an aura of depth and mystery. Silence creates space for observation, and observation creates insight. When you refrain from revealing your thoughts, you allow others to reveal theirs. You invite them to expose intentions, weaknesses, fears, and desires. But this silence is not passive. It is deliberate, active, strategic. It is the silence of someone who listens with purpose. And when the time comes to speak, you choose your words with precision, delivering them like carefully aimed arrows. Machiavelli taught that a wise person should never speak simply to fill silence or to gain attention. You speak only when your words carry advantage or meaning. The contrast between silent vigilance and decisive action makes you unpredictable and therefore powerful. When others waste energy on gossip, argument, or emotional explosion, your silence preserves your power until the moment you need it. Then, when you strike, whether through action, decision, or a single statement, your impact is magnified. In every social environment, political, professional, or personal, interpretation can be more dangerous than fact. People misunderstand, exaggerate, twist, or weaponize your words in ways you never intended. Machiavelli saw silence as a shield against these risks. When you speak less, you leave less room for misinterpretation. You deny others the ability to manipulate your statements or predict your strategy. Silence makes your intentions difficult to decipher, forcing those who wish to undermine you to operate in uncertainty. And uncertainty weakens them. It makes them cautious, hesitant, easier to defeat. But silence also protects your relationships. Machiavelli acknowledged that even among allies, too much openness can breed envy or misunderstanding. By managing your words, you preserve harmony where openness might create tension. Silence then becomes an instrument of stability. It maintains your strength without creating unnecessary conflict. And in a world where people constantly expose themselves through unfiltered words, your ability to maintain disciplined silence becomes a sign of mastery, wisdom, and power. Law 6. Build strategic alliances, not emotional attachments. Machiavelli believed that alliances shape destiny. But he warned against forming these alliances on the unstable foundation of emotion. Emotional attachment clouds judgment. It creates obligations that weaken your position and blind you to potential betrayal. Machiavelli advised that alliances should be rooted in shared interest, mutual benefit, and strategic alignment. This does not mean you treat people coldly. It means you understand the reality of human loyalty. It is conditional, circumstantial, and often temporary. The wise person invests in relationships that enhance purpose, not hinder it. You choose allies who add value, who strengthen your weaknesses, who share your goals, and who can challenge you intellectually. You avoid people who drain your energy, distort your clarity, or compromise your strategy. Strategic alliances help you navigate power structures, overcome obstacles, and create opportunities that you cannot achieve alone. Machiavelli understood that success is rarely solitary, but he also knew that partnership requires caution, boundaries, and awareness. Machiavelli observed that political and social landscapes are constantly shifting. Those who cling rigidly to fixed alliances risk downfall when circumstances change. The wise strategist keeps alliances flexible, adapting them according to evolving conditions. This does not mean betrayal, it means realism. If a relationship becomes harmful, you adjust your distance. If new opportunities arise, you expand your network. If a collaborator becomes unreliable, you reduce your dependence. Strategic flexibility protects you from collapse when the world changes. It allows you to remain aligned with reality, not attachment. Machiavelli emphasized that intelligent loyalty is dynamic loyalty, informed by purpose, not blinded by emotion. You continue to act ethically, but you do not sacrifice your future for the sake of maintaining outdated ties. This adaptability enables you to thrive where others stagnate, evolve where others cling, and rise where others fall. In this fluidity, you find resilience and longevity. Law 7. Protect your position at all costs. Machiavelli believed that once you achieve a position of strength, whether in leadership, influence, knowledge, or reputation, your primary duty is to protect it. Power, he warned, is fragile. It attracts envy, hostility, and ambition from others who desire what you have. To be dangerously intelligent, you must remain vigilant. This means understanding potential threats before they surface, managing relationships carefully, and avoiding actions that weaken your credibility. Protecting your position also requires humility, recognizing that power can be lost through arrogance, negligence, or complacency. Machiavelli taught that leaders often fall not because of external enemies, but because of internal blindness. You protect your position by staying informed, by staying disciplined, and by constantly assessing your environment. You maintain balance between confidence and caution. You do not expose your vulnerabilities unnecessarily. You do not let pride cloud your judgment. And most importantly, you build a foundation strong enough to withstand pressure, criticism, and opposition. Machiavelli understood that leadership is as much about perception as it is about competence. Even when you feel uncertain or overwhelmed, you must project calm authority. Doubt, when publicly displayed, invites challenge. Uncertainty invites opportunism. But when you project confidence, even while privately calculating, you maintain control of the narrative. This does not mean lying, it means understanding that others draw conclusions from your demeanor. So you present strength, clarity, and resolve. Behind the scenes, you evaluate risks, adjust strategies, and confront your doubts with honesty. Machiavelli believed that true strength comes from the ability to appear stable while working tirelessly to maintain that stability. This dual awareness protects you from attack and gives you time to correct internal weaknesses before they become public. In this balance between inner vulnerability and outer firmness, you embody the sophisticated intelligence Machiavelli admired. Law 8. Do not waste energy on battles you cannot win. Machiavelli believed that intelligence is measured not only by victory but by the ability to walk away from unwinnable battles. Many people fall because they fight out of pride or emotion rather than strategy. They become trapped in conflicts that drain their strength, consume their time, and weaken their position. The wise person chooses battles with precision. You assess whether the outcome justifies the cost. You evaluate whether your opponent is too powerful, whether timing is wrong, or whether victory would be hollow. If the battle does not serve your long-term purpose, you conserve your energy. Machiavelli argued that refusing a fight is not cowardice, it is wisdom. This selective engagement allows you to preserve resources for battles that truly matter, battles where success transforms your path. Dangerous intelligence means knowing when to withdraw, when to wait, and when to focus your efforts on more strategic opportunities. Machiavelli emphasized that true victory emerges when your actions align with reality and purpose, not when you simply overpower others. Alignment means choosing battles that advance your goals, that respect your strengths, and that account for context. Aggression without strategy is chaos, but alignment creates precision. You move with intention, not desperation. You wait for the right moment, the right information, the right allies. You recognize when your energy is better spent building than battling, learning than fighting, strategizing than reacting. In this awareness, you begin to shape outcomes rather than chase them. You transform conflict into opportunity and competition into growth. The most effective victory, Machiavelli believed, is the one achieved with minimal effort because it was chosen wisely. And so dangerous intelligence becomes not about the force of your attack, but about the clarity of your aim. The 8 laws of Machiavelli are not instructions for cruelty or manipulation. They are a map for navigating a complex world with clarity, strength, and purpose. They teach you to understand human nature, control your emotions, shape perception, calculate risk, master silence, build strategic alliances, protect your position, and choose battles with wisdom. When these principles merge, they transform you into someone who cannot be easily controlled, easily deceived, or easily defeated. You rise above impulsive reactions and cultivate a mind capable of evaluating situations with precision. You become intentional in your actions, disciplined in your thoughts, and strategic in your decisions. This is what it means to be dangerously intelligent, not a threat to others, but a force of stability, insight, and strength in a world full of chaos. Machiavelli's teachings invite you to evolve into a person who thinks deeply, acts wisely, and moves deliberately. A person who understands both the visible and invisible forces at play. A person who shapes their own destiny with wisdom, clarity, and will. This is the Golden Circle Philosophy channel. Like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.